I've obviously got very long limbs, and you know.
It was a hazard.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel.
It's another mukbang video.
It is.
Yes, we love doing these.
Grab some food, join us, and let us know in the comments down below, what are you eating?
Yes, now today is the potato salad recipe that so
Finally!
many of you have been asking about. Really sorry, we showed this a long time ago.
Yeah, weeks.
Yeah, and we kept saying, oh, it's coming, and then life just got really busy. So finally we're doing it. We've pretty much prepared 99% of everything.
Yeah, we're just going to prepare the dressing together with you guys.
Yes. Now the funny thing is, we cooked this such a long time ago, and it was fantastic when we made it.
Yeah.
We couldn't remember. So we posted it on Instagram, but we said, oh, recipe coming soon. And we're like, oh my God, what was it? So we're kind of semi-guessing, but
we were going by
sure.
The picture, weren't we, that we posted on, yeah. So what have we got anyway? We have cooked some black beans. You can use any type of beans that you like. They're now room temperature. We have cooked some potatoes. You can use any type of potatoes you like.
And when we say we cook them, we've just cut them up and boiled them. We leave the skin on.
Yeah.
And we also let them cool down. So when you stir a potato salad all through, if it's over, like if it's warm, it's going to get all mushy and fall apart. And it's still going to get a little mushy, but it's less mushiness and less falling apart.
Yeah, so this is room temperature as well.
Yeah. We have cucumber and red capsicum or bell pepper.
You can use whatever fresh veggies you like.
Yeah, and we have some corn off the cob, or you could use frozen corn, whatever you like.
Yeah.
And we have some cilantro or coriander. We get in trouble from the Australians, we get in trouble from the Americans. It's the green stuff.
This is completely optional because we know a lot of people don't like cilantro. You can use any fresh herbs of your choice.
Parsley actually goes really nice with potato salad. And in here, I've also put some, the green tips of a spring onion. Just chop that up. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I forgot. Yeah. No, I knew it was supposed to be in there, but I forgot they were in there.
Yeah. You can use the white bulb of a spring onion if you like, but we find it strong. So we just use the green tips. It just gives it a little kick without overpowering.
The dressing.
Well, let's put it in the doggy bowl.
Okay, yeah.
So the hardest part of this
bowl
meal, no, don't do that, is stirring it all through, because we made it so big last time that it took a little bit to stir it all in.
Okay, spice.
Okay. Right.
Beans? It's not all of them.
What are your favourite types of beans? Let us know. We're loving black beans. I love chickpeas. I love lentils. Red beans are probably like my least favourite.
Red kidney beans. You like the small little red
ones
beans.
are so cute. I like them. Oh, that's enough.
You reckon that's enough?
Yeah, that's heaps. Okay. Eyeball it. Happy?
Yeah. We won't be able to stir it.
No, well, that's what happened last time. It was an absolute disaster. Alright. I'll start on the dressing. Did you miss it?
I missed it by one kernel, I think.
One kernel. Okay, so let's grab some spoons.
Get all this out of your way, sorry.
Okay. Coconut yogurt.
Yeah, you can use any type of plant-based yogurt.
Yeah. Now we just
soy yogurt, whatever you like.
We're totally making this dressing up as we did the other day.
Yeah, feel free to let us know any variations that you think would improve the dish.
And we are, a little limited with what we have access to here on the island, so we kind of just make do with what we have, and it tastes really good.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much?
No, you made it. I wasn't in the kitchen at the time.
Did you see that? You see that? How come you weren't in the kitchen at the time? I don't know. For this quantity, 2?
2, yeah.
So it's going to give it a nice creamy flavour and texture.
And it's the yogurt combined with the apple cider vinegar that gives it that mayonnaise-y type flavour?
Yeah, it did. Just making it up as we go along. Bit of tahini. I'm sure we did this. Do you think? I think so.
Yeah.
We're going to do it now.
It gives it more body, doesn't it?
Sure, that sounds good. How much?
Tablespoon.
Tablespoon?
Yeah.
Now, by the way, it has been raining on and off today here.
Yep.
So if it starts pouring and you're hearing thunder and things, we told you so.
There was a chainsaw about 10 minutes ago, and it was going for about at least 10 minutes, but it stopped, so...
I hate this lid.
You can appreciate the nature sounds without that chainsaw.
Yeah, it kind of helps, doesn't it?
I can hear a gecko now.
I can hear Luca. Bit of soy sauce or a bit of salt. Again, you can use salt if you like.
Can you hear that gecko?
I can't hear the gecko.
Too far. Yeah.
Okay, apple cider vinegar, I think is really important.
Wait,
for...
oh yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, you got to shake it. The mother, it's called, the mother of the apple cider vinegar settles at the bottom, so always shake it.
He thinks, oh, my hands are wet.
You loosened it.
I know. He thinks just because he does the majority of the cooking, I don't know how to shake the...
I just wanted to make sure.
Honey. Maple syrup. All right, how much?
True. Minimum 2.
Okay. Well.
That could be
Is it
good.
good?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. I think we may have used a little bit of garlic powder.
It's garlic powder, but also mixed herb powder.
Yeah.
And it's salt
really
free.
good.
It's
Oh,
fantastic. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
All right. Cayenne pepper. Just attach. Attach, because this is quite
Okay. And paprika. You need paprika on potato salad.
Oh.
This is the trouble with filming indoor-outdoor kind of living. It's so unpredictable. If that pours, we're going to have to stop recording because you won't hear us.
Rumble in the jungle.
Rumble. All right. That's our little concoction. Stir it up. This reminds me, when we were kids, I don't know if I've told this story before, and we'd go to like a wedding or something and sit on tables and they'd have various condiments and drinks, and all of the adults would be off dancing or doing something. Us kids used to sit around and like just mix everything together and dare one of us to drink it. That's what this kind of looks like.
But it's a good dressing though.
It is, it is. It's probably going to be a time lapse.
You know what? I'm going to stand up for this one.
Oh, get ready. It means business.
Watch the technique. Now, I may lose a corn kernel having said that, but I could.
You should see the concentration on his face.
You're going to move the camera. All right, guys, we're back. Successfully plated. Look at that.
Looks good. Our potato celery is bigger than yours. And we have
got the rest here, which I'll get into in a minute. I normally eat out of this, but I'm not allowed to for mukbang.
You know the rules.
I've got to top up. Yep.
That's good.
Yep. Tastes the same as last time.
I think so. You can't remember how it tasted last time. No way.
You see how she treats me? I can remember.
No, you can't. More apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, it needed 3, not 2, huh?
I can get it. I
Yeah.
think I will. When we used to do Zumba, our Zumba teacher would say at a certain point throughout the routine, shake it! So every time we have to shake something, think of her.
Yeah.
Shake it!
Oh, gee, Zumba was fun. If you let us know in the comments down below if you've ever tried it, if you liked it, if you're a huge fan.
Awesome.
Oh, good stuff.
Ours would end up being half Zumba, half just hysterical laughing because Luca was so funny. Have you ever seen him dance?
I was the only guy in there,
Awesome.
room full of women. I'd always stay down the back for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't want everyone looking at how bad I was. And 2, I've obviously got very long limbs. And, you know...
If it was a hazard, he could just kill someone.
Yeah. If I took out an exercise bike in the back corner of the room, no one would worry. But if I took out an old lady...
It's so funny. I could never catch my breath because we'd be laughing so much. You were very good at it and you loved it. And
very good would probably be a gross overstatement. I got better progressively the more we did it. But I got better. Less uncoordinated.
It's really good.
But geez, I enjoyed it.
Oh, you'd be
music's
a little douche and you'd get into it. It was really funny.
She's good.
Oh.
She could definitely train to be a Zumba teacher for sure.
I did enjoy it. Yeah, I did.
You're good
enjoy
at it. Compact, dynamic.
Oh,
whereas I'm
here
like,
we go. Like a giraffe on.
Yeah, long-limbed and uncoordinated.
And the funniest was you'd get your legs all mixed up because a lot of it's sort of Latin themed dancing. His legs would just go.
To be honest, I felt sorry for the teacher because everyone else was facing the teacher, yeah? But the teacher was facing us, so she could see my uncoordinated movements.
The look on her face sometimes
so sorry
was priceless. So she loved it. I gave her a good laugh.
That's true.
But you turned up every week after week. I'm very proud of you.
I enjoyed it.
I could see.
It's good.
Oh, it's too funny. That's good. That's better.
Yes.
All right. Potato salad, Zumba. Let's get on with it. We asked you guys on Snapchat and our Instagram story to send us some topic ideas or questions. What do you want us to talk about in today's mukbang? And one of the things you guys wanted us to react to was Petta's vegans get drunk and say why they went vegan.
It's a video from 10 months ago, but this person I think found it funny and that they wanted to see our reaction to it. We've not seen it, so we thought we'd watch it now and react.
Oh, I'm crying. That is so funny. You're a good boy.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay.
So pour the shots, please. All right, let's do it.
I became a vegan like maybe a year and a half ago. I don't really know why. I just kind of wanted to try it.
We have heard that one a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
Hear that one a lot.
Yeah.
Either people seem to know the exact date, like 26th of August 2011, and what they were doing and what did it for them, or they say, I don't really know when exactly it was. And we hear them both.
Yeah, it's true.
Like challenge myself.
Mine is very vain. I wish you went first. I used to be like 300 pounds and
Heaps of people come to it first for weight loss, don't they? In terms of the diet aspect of it. And then they pick up the more ethical, the broader ethical context of it afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
To me, not eating meat was like the biggest help I could do.
But then when I switched to vegan, man,
another level.
like if you like getting high, good. You should probably become vegan because it's a whole nother high. Like you're just like completely on top of all of this shit.
Right?
It is a high.
It's like a health high.
You're so woke.
We know what she's saying, but
Yeah.
it reminds me of what we said in our response video to Kristen Yu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, if you want your life to be perfect and on a constant high, smoke weed. If you want to just stop contributing to animal exploitation, go vegan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. I mean...
We get the sentiment of what she meant.
Yeah. I mean, you go vegan, it's not like a whole group of people come out and start playing a marching band and cheerleaders come out and fireworks and whatever and giving you high fives.
If anything, it can sometimes
opposite.
be the opposite.
Yeah, it's like, you're what?
Woke. You're woke. And so you're so woke and so conscious about like what's going on around you and like what you're putting in your body directly affects like your mental health. So that's why I guess I turned to veganism.
It's very true, but
Yes.
I honestly think that it's just the beginning of waking up.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons we say it's the least we can do because there's so much else
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
on. It's like once you take that layer off, you think, oh,
Yeah.
you see everything
Yeah.
very differently.
Well, it reminds me of the analogy that we used in our last video, you're either vegan or you're not, where once you go vegan, you take off the carnist glasses through which you've been seeing the world up till that point, and then also you can further take off the speciesist glasses when you get to that point.
I went vegan because I was dating somebody who ended up being my wife at the time. She was vegan. I was like, okay, I'll try this out. And I tried it out. And I just stuck with it ever since.
He wanted to get in the vegan cookie jar,
He did.
basically. All right, that's the end of that. Not as funny as I was hoping for.
Sorry to the person
Sorry.
who suggested it, but
Okay. A few other things you guys wanted us to talk about. So recently, Luca had a terrible burn. You see that? Basically reaching over the rice cooker and there's a little steam outlet and steam burns. Oh, so badly.
Nasty.
It was awful.
Yeah, it wasn't long, but geez, it was intense, and it hurt. It hurt.
So what we did was, years ago we were working in Spain, and I actually burnt my hand really badly. We had a pan that was in the oven with a handle, and I forgot that. I don't know what I was thinking anyway, because you don't usually put pans in the oven. It's usually a tray. I saw the handle, I went to grab it. I literally grabbed the whole handle with my hand out of the oven, and I burned my
Nasty.
hand. It was so bad. One of the people that were working with us there at the time, she was a gypsy, a Spanish gypsy, and she had 7 kids, and she was full of tips and tricks and remedies and things like that. And she said, quickly grate a potato. So we did that and put it on the hand and wrapped it up, and it was the best thing ever. The cold grated potato just absorbed all the heat, and it healed perfectly, no scars, nothing.
Yeah, so we did the same thing when it happened to me.
Yeah.
I didn't do it initially. I ran it under running cold water, as is the common practice. I did that initially, but that didn't, the pain didn't subside after quite some time. So I'm like, that grated potato. So we did that, and within, I'd say within 15 to 20 minutes of applying it, the pain subsided and it didn't return. We just kept changing the potato every, I don't know what.
A couple of hours, I think.
Yeah. And
So it was really
beautiful.
good. Anyhow, we shared this on Snapchat, and somebody asked us, do we have any other tips, tricks, remedies like that we've come across from other people as we've been traveling, or anything that we know that we can share? So we've got a little list. I mean, some of these are just DIYs that we do, not necessarily from other people.
So recently I went running in the morning, hoping that it wouldn't rain, and thinking, well, even if it does rain, big deal. Yeah, but it rained, monsoonal downpour. And so I'm running in the monsoonal rain. Anyway, by the time I get back, obviously I'm drenched, like the shoes are soaked right through. And then it persisted to rain for at least 24, maybe even 48 hours after. So nothing dried, so they remained soaked through. Anyway, all of that created bacteria. It was already, stirred up the bacteria that was already in the shoe, and wow, like real bad smell. Huh?
The worst foot odor smell you could imagine. It actually smelled like cheese.
Yeah,
it smelled like
it
cheese,
did.
and you could smell it far away. It was repulsive.
And
it was
prior
so
to
bad.
which, nothing, just
Nothing, it was
normal shoe
shoes.
smell.
So, baking soda. Pour that inside the shoe.
I mean,
and
first we took out the inner soles.
Yeah.
And then baking soda inside the shoe, and then baking soda on top of the inner soles.
And just kept doing that, and they came up really, really well. So that has definitely worked for us.
Yeah, we'd put the baking soda once the shoes are dried.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the smell was still there, but
It's
don't
awful.
apply the baking soda to wet shoes.
No. Yeah. So that's really worked really well for us. We also use baking soda as deodorant, just with a bit of water. But I have found that I've been getting, it can irritate the skin.
Definitely, it is an irritant.
It is,
I get
yeah.
away with it more because I've got hairy armpits,
Yeah,
right?
but
when you shave the armpits,
it really
it's
irritates.
too close to the skin.
Exactly. So what I've tried the last few days, and I think it's all right. Let me smell it. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Coconut oil mixed with corn flour. So far,
We found
so
it
good.
online, the
Yeah,
recipe, and we're like, yeah.
it's worked well. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, the recipe called to also add tea tree oil, but that's super expensive here because it's imported. So
So far, it's
we're
not
trying
bad.
without, and
Yeah.
so far.
Okay, so here's a tip. When we travel, we've been doing this for years.
This is your claim to travel fame.
It
That's
really
good.
is. This is my baby. Shower caps over the shoes. It keeps them clean. It's compact and easy to,
Put
shake
amongst
them
your
out.
clothes.
Yeah, and not feel like, oh, my shoes are dirty.
Yeah.
So we have just accumulated shower caps that we've used for like almost the last 9 years, and we just use them over our shoes when we're traveling to take our shoes with us. That's our tip. Okay, this is going to sound really strange. I think we have to do a demonstration. We call it the Cambodia peg method.
I'll get it.
So for example, you've hung something out to dry, and you go to put your peg on, but it's too, wide for your peg to go on top, you can peg it this way on the side of the item and it will stay fixed.
So when the wind comes along,
it's not going to blow away.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a peg, it could potentially blow away.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the reason we call this the Cambodia peg method is because we were in Cambodia and it was
we first observed the practice there.
Exactly. I was on the rooftop hanging our clothes, and again, it was a scenario like that. And I'm like, I can't work it out. I don't know what to do. It's on the rooftop, so our clothes are going to blow away. And one of the Cambodian workers at the hostel, she was pegging him that way, right next to me. And I'm like, oh my God, that is amazing. It's lateral thinking, isn't it? And but the mind goes, oh, I've got to put my peg on this way, put the peg on the other way. It was perfect. So that has come in handy so many times for us.
One time we were in Granada, Spain, and it was a very, very pokey hostel room. And we needed to wash some clothes, but the basin was so small that...
It wasn't even a basin, it was just like a hole in the...
So there was
nothing.
No way we could wash clothes in there, which is what we would normally do if it was big enough. So you invented this thing where you saw the bin that they'd provided. We took out the plastic bag that was already in there, and we had another plastic bag that we were carrying with us that was clean. And we put that in, and we lined the bin with that new plastic bag.
And we used that, filled it up with water and our soap, and washed our clothes in that. And it worked so well, didn't it? It just provided more space. And you might think, oh, yuck, it's a bin, but it's the lining that's touching anything. So if your bag is clean, it provides a great, basin to wash your clothes in. And yes, we recycle all our plastic bags and shower caps and everything. We have kept things for so many years. Basically until they fall apart. And even when they do, you like to tie lacquer bands around holes in bags, and we just keep reusing.
Do other people other than Australians call elastic bands or rubber bands lacquer bands?
That's true.
It could be Australian slang. But let us know in the comments below.
So they're our main kind of things we've come across. Oh.
No, you don't have the doggy bowl.
Ask them.
Guys, please, excuse me.
Yes or no? What do you guys think?
I don't want to transfer. Just gonna shortcut.
All right, so the next question we had was kind of like on a similar topic to what we've been discussing so far. Would you guys consider becoming more extreme minimalists, or are you happy with what you currently own? Interesting, and I think this is all relative. Some people would look at how much we own and think you might as well be in a tent with zero, relative to what they own in their homes. And then other people would look at us and go, oh my God, you might as well have a 3-story mansion. You've got so much stuff. So, compared to how little they own.
It's all relative, isn't it?
It's all relative. It's all relative.
So we definitely have more stuff than we currently need, for sure. And we're extremely conscious of that fact. And part of us wishes that we didn't have that additional stuff that we just don't need currently. However, our lives are unpredictable. We move around, and sometimes that can involve moving to different climates at different times of the year. And so we might need some warmer clothing, and if we were to get rid of it because we're not currently using it at the moment, then when we go to somewhere where we need it, we'd have to buy it again. And that's what we don't want to do. So that's why we've been carrying stuff with us all these years that we've been, traveling, that we don't need all the time everywhere we are, because we just don't want to buy it again and replace it.
I think it's not just being a minimalist, but like your lifestyle. If you're in one location, and I wouldn't own like half of what we have, which makes it sound a bit strange because you'd think you'd have less considering that we're moving and we have to carry it, which is a real pain, but it's the unpredictability of our lives, I think. We know this from experience, like over the years, we've done so many different jobs and things, and there's always, you need different clothes for different situations, and like if you have endless means and you can just keep replacing things and buying new stuff, then maybe that's not a problem for you. But we hate the idea of constantly replacing things, and I don't like shopping. We hate having to go out and look for stuff.
Hate it.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit at the moment. And we're also aware that it's a lot easier if you have, like if you're traveling but you have a base. So I know a lot of people have basically their parents' place that they retreat back to every now and again, dump their stuff, pack their small backpack and off they go. And that's very easy to do, but if you don't have, your parents' place as your base, and you're very independent, everything you have is with you, that's another story again. So I think your life situation, whether you have a base or not, and your financial means, if you want to just keep replacing things and buying them as you need them, those things determine how little you own as a minimalist, we would say.
From our point of view, yeah.
And actually, I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they hear about minimalism, they get all excited about it, are just like, get rid of everything. Don't do that, because seasons change. You get rid of everything. You think, oh, this is all I need today. Look, I've got only this. Yeah, but what happens when it's winter in a couple of months' time? Have you kept some winter stuff? Have you kept a good outfit for a wedding or something? Or those kind of things you need to think through. So don't just get rid of everything and then end up having to replace it. I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make. Oh, it's also not about getting rid of everything in your life, thinking, I just want to own 2 t-shirts and 1 pair of shorts. I mean, that's great if you want to do that, but it's not necessary. It's about keeping what adds value to your life, So, and no, you can't say that my 50 pairs of shoes add value to your life, because realistically you don't need 50 pairs of shoes. So it's kind of like a fine balance, isn't it? Between being realistic of what you actually use and need and what adds value to your life. But I mean, my mum would say, for example, oh, everything I have adds value to my life. And I'm like, Mum, seriously, you don't need all that stuff. So it's an interesting topic, and
we used to be of the same mindset as your mum, though, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
oh God, we loved stuff. We loved stuff, and we loved shopping and buying new stuff.
Yeah.
And it was never ever enough. So it's been a very interesting experience. Yeah.
Quintessential consumers we were, raised in consumer culture. Good to break away from it to the degree that we have, though.
But still be practical. Still be practical. That's important.
All right, another question we had. Is there a food you don't enjoy, but you eat it because it's healthy? So I was thinking about this before, and I thought, take kale, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when we used to eat raw kale, we used to douse it in oil and salt and often avocado as well. And that's how we would make it palatable. But if you take away the oil, the salt, and the avocado, mainly the salt,
it's disgusting.
Let's face
Kale's
it, kale
disgusting.
is not, it's not like a sweet ripe mango, is it?
It's just
no, it's the polar opposite. We do, however, enjoy cooked kale because the taste is somewhat indistinguishable from what you're cooking it with, isn't it? It doesn't stand out. But we don't eat raw kale. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything. No.
We only eat what we enjoy.
But actually, this reminds me, we were cycling this morning, and on the road someone was cutting some grass, and there was a very strong grass smell. And Luca turned around, I was behind him, and he says, oh, it reminds me of wheatgrass shots. Now, many years ago, we were on the more of the raw path and the health path.
Yeah.
We were vegan, but we were so focused on, we were orthorexic basically, it was awful.
And we got caught up in that whole scene.
Yeah.
So glad we broke away from that.
God, it was so bad. Anyhow, we used to take wheatgrass shots and barley grass shots and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you, that stuff is absolutely revolting. Like,
drinking liquid grass, liquefied grass, isn't
awful.
it? I mean,
and I remember when we were traveling in India, we used to carry it as a powder. And the powder, for some reason, would make me feel so nauseous to the point where if you were opening it in the room, I had to be outside of the room because vomit would just come up.
Yeah.
It was so bad, which tells you that clearly the body is not wanting that in it, but we would still do it. And I'm like, oh my God, these things are revolting.
It's not that it doesn't have health benefits.
It does.
But
I don't know how, but
this all has health benefits too, and it's delicious.
And it doesn't make you want to throw up.
Exactly.
So if the body if it's bringing on a nauseous reaction, then there's just, I don't know. Oh God, that was awful. But yeah, we would do it. We would continue to drink it or take it because it was healthy.
Yeah.
And I would still drink it. You'd mix it up for me with sweet orange juice or mango juice or something very sweet.
Stuff
of
that
course.
tastes good.
Yeah, so I'd still put it into my body even though it didn't make me want to throw up. Are we done?
I think we're done.
I think we're done. Come
Yeah.
on. We had a lot of questions. We'll save some because this has gone on long enough. We'll save some for the next video.
Enough of our yapping.
Enough yapping.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Really nice to eat with you as always. Leave your comments down below, any questions you've got.
I know, you're waiting for me to say next time. Drink. And again, please let us know what you're eating, your favourite potato salad recipe, your favourite dressing.
Yep.
Get all that happening in the comments because I think it really helps people.
It does.
You know, when they're reading through and get different ideas. And food is just so central, obviously, to life, to veganism, to everything. So
let's help each other out and share our different ideas.
what are we up to? We've
Give the
done
video
the
a like.
checklist. Don't forget to subscribe, ding the bell, check the box for notifications on our upcoming videos.
And remember until next time that going vegan is not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do. See you next video.
Bye, guys.
You're either vegan or you're not. And it's time we have an educated discussion that looks a lot deeper at what this means.
I'm vegan, but I eat backyard eggs. I'm vegan before 6. I'm a lenient vegan. I'm a flexible vegan. I'm a part-time vegan. A part-time vegan.